Welcome back to America Votes 2020. As we wait for more votes to be counted, let's go to Aspen, Colorado. That's where Bruce Heyman is watching the results come in tonight. He's a good friend of Canada. He was the U.S. ambassador to Canada from 2014 to 2017. Ambassador Heyman, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
It's a pleasure. Good to be with you.
And now we should note for our audience that you were appointed by former President Barack Obama. You are a staunch Joe Biden supporter throughout this campaign. What do you make of what you see unfolding tonight?
Well, look, at the very beginning of our campaign and a lot of the discussions, it was all around a small handful of states that Vice President Biden needed to win. The other states would be nice to have, and then beyond that, there were dream states that we were hoping for. But I think where we sit today, we really think we've got to win Wisconsin and Michigan, and either Nevada and Arizona or Pennsylvania, some combination of those. That's where the mix is, and it's going to take a while. And so we're just going to need patience. We're going to need to let the electoral officials do their job, count the ballots. This may take a little bit of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been telling everyone, to be patient. I think that's wise advice. But let's just look at Florida for a second. There were a lot of people who said if Joe Biden could win Florida, then he had an easy path to the White House. Doesn't look like that's happened. Trump is certainly leading, and I think most of the votes are counted in Florida now. What does that say to you?
So when I look at Florida, and I've looked at some of the counties and how those results have come in, it looked to me like the vice president really underperformed in Dade County, Dade, Miami. And a large part of that, I believe, is the Cubano influence that was there, and maybe a little bit of Venezuelan influence, where Donald Trump portrayed the vice president as a socialist, and you left, socialist countries, and he's close with Fidel, but Fidel's passed away, but he kept saying that the last few days. But look, I think that was a tipping point. But if you look at some of the other counties in the state, actually the vice president was doing better than Hillary Clinton had done. And we actually see that in suburban areas and a number of other places. Ohio, you're seeing that in and around Cincinnati, and you're seeing it in a few other communities as well. So look, at the end of the day, you've got to get to 270 electoral college votes or you don't win. And so that's the path that the vice president needs to focus on. The president has protected a number of the states. While I don't want to give up on North Carolina or Georgia yet, because there's still votes to count, it doesn't look like Texas is going to happen, but you never know with these things. But Arizona, is a real potential for Vice President Biden, which would take one out of the Republican category. Remember, so far, no states have been flipped.
Yeah, it's kind of remarkable, like 2016 at the moment, yeah. But where do you see then specifically where Joe Biden is? He needs to overperform compared to Hillary Clinton in order to win. Where are you seeing that happening now?
I need him to come through, actually, as votes are counted, in a combination of the following states. Doesn't have to win all of them, but has to be a combination to get there. And that would be Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada. You've got to make sure that you either hold on to Nevada and you win the other states and flip those from Donald Trump, some combination of those to get you to 270, or it's not going to happen. And again, a number of these states will require a longer period of time to count the ballots.
So it's now 10:27 Eastern. How confident are you that Joe Biden will be the next president?
I was a lot more confident early on in the evening, but as we continue to tick through a number of these states, I think you just have to have a reality check about where we are and what's happening. But yet I'm not confident, but I can't be totally boastful. I think that the odds and the percentages have changed, and it's a very close race right now.
All right. Well, former Ambassador Bruce Heyman, thank you so much for your time.